Hello and welcome. It's Katrine with Blend Precisely and the AI Grim Society. Hello. And let me see if I can get myself here. There we go. So welcome to another Wednesday live for Blend Precisely. Today we are going to talk about pricing. So if you remember one of the pricing podcasts I've done, it's quite a while ago, that there are many different pricing strategies. And we have talked about that for quite some time, actually, in our courses as well. So pricing is something that doesn't come easily to everybody. And it's normal because pricing can be extremely complicated when you go out to market with any of your new products or any products in general. So it can be a physical product like an aromatherapy product, cosmetics, skincare, t-shirts, whatnot else. Or it can be a digital product as well. And digital products are as hard to price out as they are for physical products. So today I wanted to really show you a little hack and trick I have for you that will maybe make your life easier. Hello, Sylvia. Welcome. That will make your life easier in terms of pricing out products. So when we get a new product idea, or in this case, I'm going to show you how I actually used a product that I bought at Brambleberry, and I really fell in love with it. It's a facial serum. And I thought, I wonder how this would be in the market, how it would be doing in the market, how much it would cost. So I created a complete prompt for you to look at different go-to-market pricing and strategies. So you still have the possibility to have a healthy profit margin. And I'm going to show you that part in a moment. So I'm going to take you a little bit through, not too long, but long enough for you to understand where my idea is coming from, why I created a prompt, how it has, or how I have incorporated with using Blend Precisely as well. So let me start sharing my screen, and I hope you can see everything in a moment here. So let me just take this one over so you can see it. Entire screen, and let's do this one. So let's start out with a product idea I had. So every now and then, just because it's fun, I buy from Brambleberry the packages that come as products, like full product kits already. They have amazing ideas on their website under projects. And this time, because I don't have a ton of time to always figure everything out, what kind of ingredients and so on. Also, I wish I would, but I don't. And I still want to keep on mixing and formulating and everything else, and smelling especially. I love to smell new aromas. So I got this package here, the Superfruit Facial Oil Project. And it gives you really like beginner level, 30 minutes. It was super easy to do. It gives you 2 ounces of facial oil, and the cost is $39.94. And then it comes with 4 of these frosted glass bottles, the watermelon oil, which is 4 ounces. And then they give you an ounce of blueberry extract, an ounce of strawberry extract. These 2 don't have any smell to it, but they feel really, really good. And then also the peach mango natural fragrance. So if you mostly work with essential oils and you don't want to go the fragrance route, there might be the synthetic fragrance route. There might be like a solution in between, because I know that for some people, fragrances are completely off the table. But I must tell you also that I do consistently have an allergic reaction to essential oils as well. So I do sneeze, I do get breathing problems. So we always have to be careful. And I need to look into sensitization as well in general for myself. But I didn't have any reaction to the natural fragrance. So if you don't know anything about natural fragrance versus synthetic fragrance, I think they have an article here on Brambleberry as well that will explain natural versus synthetic fragrances. So I'm, after a long period of time saying I'm never going to use anything else but essential oils, I did start this one last year, where I noticed that essential oils give me also possible reactions. So I'm right now testing natural fragrance oils, and this one really I loved a lot. So that's why I thought, oh, maybe I can create a product out of it. And what would I do? So first of all, I ordered it, I received it, and I also created a little product picture with it. So if you can see here, she gives you the photograph of the frosted bottle. It's a 1/2 ounce. And then I took the bottle and put it, actually, this one is called Pacdora.com. You can have like mockups. And then in addition, I actually added also the logo now, and it looks something like this, Petal and Stem Apothecary. So I'm still working. This one is something I did yesterday because I wanted to have some creative time. Now, when it comes to the prices, obviously I entered all of the prices into Blend Precisely because the, app.blendprecisely, because the prices are per 4 ounces, 2 ounces. So she gives you 4 products with this package here. So you can get 4 1/2 ounce Superfruit facial oil project bottles, or not project, but oil bottles. And I have them standing right now in the refrigerator because they feel really nice when it's cool. They don't leave this oily residue, or it's just really beautiful. Okay, so then I went ahead and priced them all out. So let me see if I find my peach ones. First, I put in the peach serum as it is, with the batch size of 4 because it creates 4. And then I looked at the costs actually to, obviously I put in the cost of the frosted glass bottle, 4 pieces. This whole recipe or formulation in a moment gives you the amount for 4 to fill 4 bottles basically. So the formulation here, and I didn't put a time in right now because I'm still, my own time, because I'm still evaluating right now how long, but it was a very fast project. Serums in general or facial oils can have a very high profit margin. So the costs for this one, even bought, not even wholesale, I bought it just as it is. And I did actually then later on tried the larger sizes, to add the larger sizes to see if I can come down with the price a little bit. Okay, so right now the cost per unit is $3.61. That is without my time, and it's also without overhead time. Overhead meaning everything that you need in order to create something like a facial serum. So electricity, machinery, anything you would need. But because it was such a low maintenance product, I didn't need to use that really. So I divided it all up by 4 because the batch size here, it says 4. And it's $3.61. And then, as you know, if you have used Blend Precisely, this one comes in with a pre-populated markup of 3. I just left it like this, but it's way too low. I know that already, because I can definitely sell it for more than $10.83. Because it's a facial serum. It has really sweet ingredients, not many, but we always want to look at the perceived value. Then I was thinking, okay, so if I want to sell this one on the market, I definitely need to look at more units. Do I start with 20, 30, 40 units I would want to do in order to make this all worthwhile? And then I was like, oh, you know what? It would be really nice to actually have a quick overview so I don't go too much deeper into everything. And what I did then was the following. So I just did the print out of my recipe right here. I just copied everything. I brought it over to the new prompt now. It's under strategic prompt bundles for the ones that have AI Grim. And then here you can see the skincare product creation work set. So here you can have all different kinds of product, skincare creation work sets. So if you need something for essential oils, you can have an essential oil blend generator, cosmetic formula generator, an Inky list reverse engineering prompt, ingredient description and marketing copy generator, which is really nice also. And then this price strategy and profit pro. So what I'm going to do is I paste everything in here. And then I was thinking maybe I should also grab the beautiful product description Seth has implemented from here, which I ran as well. And I'm just going to add it here at the bottom. I wanted to have really like a quick feeling. Is it something I would like to do? And then I can choose between all of the different models. And maybe I'm just going to do Claude today and click generate. And then down here, you get your entire product description. So what I'm doing always, I love opening up my little Google document and I'm going to bring it over for readability in a moment. But you can see it's running already. It gives me 6 different pricing models, and you can go through them and you can see what they will give you. It will also give you a go-to-market strategy, how to position your product. It will also give you just a small diagnostic in terms of profitability, strategic recommendations, and then obviously the disclaimer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy everything over into my Google Sheet. And if you copy something over from any kind of LLM, meaning any kind of AI, you want to have the Markdown feature, paste from Markdown enabled, and then you can just post that in. Or you can also copy it over like this, or you can come back here and probably copy, just use the copy button, which I just didn't think of, and paste from Markdown over here as well. All right, now let's take a look at it. You can see this, and let me just make myself a little bit smaller here. And if you have questions, do let me know. So first of all, the Green Beauty pricing strategy for the Superfruit Peach Serum, I called it. It took all of my ingredients. So as you can see, it took all of the ingredients, it parsed it all, it looked at everything, it repeats it one more time. The nice thing what it did is labor costs. It put the labor costs now in and also an overhead estimate, because if you truly go and sell a product, you do need to include everything, including your labor costs and including your packaging and whatnot else. That needs to be part of your costs. And then you go down the pricing model. So cost plus pricing. And I can also give you the podcast back where I really explain everything in detail about the pricing models. Then there's the target margin, the market-based ones, the value-based ones, wholesale. If you think of getting into the wholesale market, meaning you maybe want to put your products into boutiques, it gives you another one. And then also the tiered option. Then it will look at your packaging and labeling. So for example, a $2.55 unit for frosted glass bottle pump. Your packaging cost is appropriate for a premium product. The frosted glass will with pump justifies a higher retail price point. And so I would keep definitely the frosted glass bottle. I would not put it into a plastic looking bottle or even a PET bottle. I would also not use a dropper. So the perceived value of a pump actually is much higher. And if you saw this in the picture here, it has a pump and it's frosted glass. So that value I would keep. What I would try to do is to possibly lower the costs for the frosted glass. So I would definitely see if I can get it for less than $2.55 per unit. But let's just look at the pricing for a moment. And I most likely would go for the value-based pricing because the ingredients, because I do use the frosted glass bottle, because it is a facial product, and because it is some kind of, has a very nice, beautiful touch to it. I have it on right now, is the multiple superfood extracts, natural fragrances, luxury positioning in the marketing copy is necessary. So the value price point would be $38 to $55. So if you look at the pricing model up here above, is the entry level. That would be maybe someone who's entering the market and is very new to the market, meaning you don't really have a lot of social media proof right now. You don't have a lot of testimonials. You might be not having a name out there at all. So your entry price range is literally here when you just enter the market for the first time and you need to make a point of you launched, you're out there, and that's what your price range could be in the beginning. Then the mid-tier one, for this one, the market-based price is, for example, Mad Hippie is another brand. So they're giving you a few brand options that are maybe aligning with the tier you're in. So the mid-tier is $28 to $45, and the premium tier would be then $48 to $85. But you can see already, it could be literally the same product, but depending on how you place it in what kind of store, with what kind of packaging, with what kind of marketing around it, how you're going to elevate your product description. Are you going to put it out as a luxurious touch of perfection, or are you going to put it out as a small product that basically gives you the information about, let me just see, you could also look at this one as a technical, more casual, more luxury, and all of these other ones here right now. So let me see and go back here to the tool. All right, so then you will see, okay, I could use this pricing. I'm going to start. I'm going to go to a farmer's market. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to start selling it for $18 or maybe for $19 and then work myself up. I would definitely suggest to look at the example brands as well. Go in, see what they have, what they sell it for. I know that Mad Hippie started out very, very small as well, and then came into most of the health food stores, and their pricing is now mid-tier for sure. All right, and then let's look at wholesale pricing. So let's say you want to enter the market and you actually want to do wholesale pricing, and you need to, first of all, enter the market, but then you also need to consider that you're still making your costs plus some profit. And that's where it becomes really difficult with wholesale pricing. If you start very low and your customers get used to your low pricing, then it is very difficult to actually raise your prices. You can always raise them, but you might lose customers along the way. And it's important to maybe consider that if you think already, you know now that you're not just going to markets and craft markets or selling retail in your e-commerce store, but you're also trying to actually go into boutiques and see if you can put your products onto the shelf of different boutiques or boutique stores or health food stores, then you should start early on considering the wholesale market. Because right now, for example, I left it in Blend Precisely as a retail price of $10.83. And you will see that this is impossible to survive with that. You cannot have a product just marked suddenly at $3. And this is always just a suggestion. Obviously, what comes up here, it's just a prefixed. You can go up here and you can go down as well. So you want to make sure what kind of product do you have? Who's your audience? How are you going to sell it? Are you considering wholesale? And then what kind of marketing possibilities do you have? Is it going to be a luxury item? Is it going to be a low-key item everybody can purchase? Think of stores maybe. Is it going to be a Walmart item, or is it going to be somewhere in 6th Avenue, or whatever the store is called? Or in some kind of a boutique? Is it going to be in a health food store? Is it going to be at Whole Foods? Like, think about the markets you want to serve and then look at the pricing you get out. So that's definitely not going to work at all. So if you want to look at the cost plus the 3 times, the target wouldn't work either. So the target one is up here above, the target pricing. That one wouldn't work either for you because it would be too cheap. Wholesale alert, your current pricing makes wholesale completely unfeasible. Even the 60% margin model would create unsustainable wholesale margins. So you really need to consider going into a higher price range. For example, the $31. That means you sell your serum for $31 in your retail store, in your own e-commerce store, or on the market or somewhere else, and the person who buys wholesale from you will sell it as well in their store for $31. So be aware of that if you want to do wholesale pricing. And then I really like the tiered pricing options. That's often a really nice way of starting out and getting into the market. Maybe lowering the size, not 15 milliliters, which means half an ounce, but go down to 5 milliliters only and see how people react to this. And you could even go down with the price here just to test something out. Then you can have a standard price. Then you can have a value pack where you have basically buy two and get a 10% discount, or you make it like a refill product where they come back and then you could suggest $34 and also get a 10% discount every time you purchase something, or you come back to refill your bottle. So that's another pricing model possibility. Critical markup issues, your stated markup, which was 3, is not reflected in your pricing. So you definitely need to go up in price. And that's a really good example because you need to get to know who your audience is and whom you're selling to and what the value of your ingredients are. Then packaging, we went over. Overhead, always consider a certain percentage or a certain number to be your overhead, which is covering your marketing, your storage, all the other costs per unit. So definitely have a minimal overhead amount in your costing as well. Go-to-market positioning, recommended positioning, mid-tier to premium clean beauty. Suggested retail channels would be direct to consumer, so my own website, social media, boutique clean beauty retailers, anything that is like a small boutique store wherever I live. And then also maybe spa or salon partnerships it's suggesting. I would look into it. Everything is possible, but you want to know where you want to be and what you want to deal with. Profitability here, current state is you only have a 4.3 margin, which is not high enough. It's critically low. So the recommended state, you always want to be at a 60 to 70% margin. That means a $38 retail price to be sustainable in your business. I really want everybody who creates products and sells them, you need to be super aware to not undersell your products. And even if you think you're doing it just for a small while, you still need to cover your costs. There are more costs than you can think of most of the time. And that's why we see so many businesses fail, because they don't have any idea how to price their products and how to market themselves. So spend time on pricing and marketing opportunities you can think of for your product, no matter if it's a digital product, a course membership, or whatever, or if it is a physical product. So we are talking about physical products right now. Strategic recommendations, immediate pricing adjustment, increase retail price from $31 to ideally $38. Now, if you're starting out, I think you'll be fine with this one. Cost optimization, or even lower in the beginning. You just want to get testimonials in, you want to get it out, you want to get feedback, so you can even go lower for a moment and then think of price increase at a later point. Cost optimization is larger batch production, so definitely your profit margin is going to be much bigger and much better if you buy something in larger amounts, which is not always possible in the beginning. Brambleberry makes it fairly okay. I think you can get the watermelon for £1 and £7. Yeah, so £7. And then you can get also the other ingredients like the blueberry extract and so on also. I noticed that the price difference is not very large if you buy the bigger amounts, but it will definitely help when you need to look at the pricing. Okay, so bulk purchasing of packaging as well, buy more than 4 bottles, that's obvious. Try to find a supplier that gives you maybe 50 or 60 bottles for half the cost. So we were looking, Brambleberry sold them for $2.55. Try to get that price down. And then streamlining production process. So that's obviously a thing too. Just sit down once, make all of your bottles, and maybe charge yourself 3 hours for that. That's $75 in working time or production time. And then put them in the fridge and start selling them. So always see how you can streamline your process, that you don't always do 4 bottles one day, maybe 2 bottles another day, and 1 bottle. That will definitely eat into your production cost as well. Positioning reinforcement, your luxury marketing copy perfectly supports a higher price point. Use this to your advantage strategy. And this point here, the Grimm got obviously from doing the co-pilot description here, the product description, where I wanted it to have a luxurious tone, casual, conversational. I didn't do, but I did the luxurious and premium because a facial serum lends itself to be more of a premium product. Okay, and then positioning reinforcement, here we go, tiered, and margin protection. Do not pursue wholesale until retail price is adjusted to ensure minimum of 50% wholesale margins. And then you can look this up here. So that one is a really, really nice quick prompt. You saw me just copy everything over from Blend Precisely, paste it in here. Try out maybe even a different LLM. You can try out just GPT-4 Turbo as well, or you can try out the 4.0 and see what it brings you back and compare. Sit over your pricing and make sure that your pricing meets your target audience and meets your costs and meets also the value of your product. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, for some who came late, we talked about the Superfruit facial project oil here I created, and then I put it into this beautiful Pectora, where it lets you create different type of mock-ups without selling, without needing to have a label, without anything. So you can streamline your entire product line without actually needing to buy anything. I did not need to buy anything from Brambleberry to see if I can make this work in the market. That's the beauty of today. It's just incredible. You don't need to buy any supplies. Obviously, you want to know then later on that it works, but you can start out with a product idea without needing to buy anything by simply putting this one into Blend Precisely, grabbing everything and putting it into AI to look through your costs and give you a very feasible idea of if this product is marketable and also if you will be able to make ends meet with this product. So it's really cool. I think that will not only save you a ton of money to go through this process yourself, but it will also give you then the security when you order it to say, now all you need to do is like it. That's it, because the pricing is right, the product is perfect, you can get it onto the market for a decent profit margin, and you're ready to go. So yeah, let's see. Let me just quickly remove. Can you tell me what the name of the graphic app you use is? Pectora or Pictora? It's Pacdora. Let me put this in. Let me just copy it over, Sylvia, so you have it right here. So this one is like a pre-packaging or a mock-up, so you can do all kinds of stuff. There's several of those ones. You even could try to just use Canva for this one too. What you can do is grab, for example, the image from Brambleberry, the packaging image, copy it over, bring it over, and then paste it. And then you can remove the background, and then you can start playing around, adding your own logo on it. That's how I did it, to just see and get a feeling and look and feel of the bottle in general. So here it is. And then you can change the background to maybe a light pink if you would want to. Push it over here and find like a little frame of fruit. You might not even need the app, Sylvia. You can just double check if you find blueberries or something else. And bring this over here, position backwards, and then you can play around with this. But since it's blueberries, I would definitely try to get blueberries or peach, peaches, anything like this. And then you can start playing around and also then add maybe your brand and logo. If you have it uploaded to Blend Precisely to Canva, you can just plop it on here and that's it. And then you have it. That's it. So you don't necessarily need to use another. I'm just always, you know me, Sylvia, I love testing other apps. If I come with one app that is brilliant, I share it with you. This one is a good one, but it definitely needs some technical fidgeting and everything else. If you like Canva and you're getting along with it, then this one might be another solution to just do it like this. You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm more than happy to grab your questions when it comes to anything around Blend Precisely and pricing, or if it comes to using a prompt like this, or maybe even using a different prompt in our libraries. So there are quite a few different ways on how to use these prompts. So if you have any other questions, do let me know and we can share a little bit more. And if not, I'm more than happy to also answer the questions afterwards. But I think what is just important is keep in mind that you're a small business. Keep in mind that you don't have endless funds available. Try to do everything on a shoestring in the beginning without taking out big loans and everything else. You can do a lot by simply using mock-up situations like I just showed you. And then you will be already well off. And then obviously buy a small quantity first, try it out, how it sits. And if you like the product you created, then slowly look at everything else and how to market it. Because it's a long way to get a product out the door, right? So as much as you can do pre-work wise already with just a few simple prompts, a few simple calculations, you will be much better off. So you have everything available. All right. Okay, so I don't see any other questions come in. Loved having you here. If you have questions later on, definitely let me know. And I'm more than happy to answer it. You know that this combo is still going on, the AI Grim for you and the Blend Precisely Pro Plus version is still going on until Friday evening, and you can get it for basically 45% off the combination. So if you don't own AI Grim, if you have a lower price in Blend Precisely, you can definitely still jump on the offer we have until Friday. Yes, Jeanette, exactly. I love mocking up everything, showing it, and then just using a small quantity to start out with. And it's just so cute because you can also already start then pre-marketing everything. If you have something little, you can show something is coming up, something with blueberries and strawberries, or something with peaches, and you can just mock up everything before you even need to take all of the pictures. That's another big thing then, taking product pictures. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I wish you a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. And I will talk to you definitely over the next few days, but then also back next Wednesday with our traditional live at 1 p.m. on Wednesday next week. Okay, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye now. Ciao.